Without a question, today's video will change the way you think for the better. But before we go any further, let's do a quick mind game. What was the last thing that crossed your mind before you watched this video? Don't worry about whether you remember or not. The purpose of this video is not to judge, but to invite you to awaken a power that most people don't use, the power of your mind and the master of your thoughts. We will look at how to master your mind in a world where many people have trouble with it through the lens and knowledge of Stoicism. As proof of how useful and successful this is, here's a challenge for you. At the end of this video, pick the Stoic principle that speaks to you the most, follow it religiously for 2 weeks, and then share your results in the comments. You will be shocked by how it changes you. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not over outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let's look at how to use Marcus's words to get mental strength. Are you all set? Let's get started. Number 1. Let go of what other people think and concentrate on your own thoughts. One important part of controlling your own mind is letting go of how other people see you. This takes your attention away from the noise of the world and toward the clarity of your own thoughts. The first step on this journey is to realize that the only thing you really control is your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius said it best, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." This quote highlights a deep Stoic truth, the paradox of valuing ourselves more than other people, while letting their opinions affect our peace. Imagine a world where any criticism or unasked opinion about the decisions you make is drowned out by the sound of your own self-awareness. Instead of building a wall around your ego, this is about growing a garden in your mind. In this garden, the seeds of your thoughts are cared for by your own values and beliefs, not crushed by other people's opinions. To master your mind, you have to get rid of these outside influences. This will let your real self grow without the need for approval from others. Think about the story of a young artist who was limited by his fear of being judged, even though he had a lot of ability. Every brushstroke was accompanied by the fear of what other people would think, until he came across the concepts of Stoicism. He learned to trust his own judgment and see criticism as nothing more than small waves on the top of a deep ocean of confidence. As he turned his attention inward, his art grew into a true reflection of his inner world, free from the fear of being judged. He shows how turning inward can change things and how true control of the mind can be found there. This is not an easy road. You have to constantly fight the urge to look for approval from other people. Still, this practice is where freedom is found. By focusing on your own thoughts, you follow the Stoic concept of paying attention to what's inside you instead of what's outside you. Mastering your mind isn't just thinking about what other people think. It's also about being proud of your own ability to think for yourself, be resilient, and grow. In the modern world, this is what Stoicism is all about. Stoicism is a theory that helps you live your life with peace and strength. Number 2, learn to handle your feelings well. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials, said Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher. Building emotional strength is the second lesson on our path to mind power. It is based on this idea. You see, getting around in this busy world is like discovering a dangerous but exciting trail, where problems and difficulties are bound to happen every day, just like the sun rising every morning. You may get caught in the thorny vines of hardships, worry, or heartbreak as you walk along this never-ending path called life. These are not signs of weakness. They are chances to build a strong, unwavering resolve. Failures that happen along your journey are not just small disappointments. They are important lessons that come in the form of temporary defeat. Use the strength you already have to turn every problem into a chance to grow. We understand that it's not easy to do. You were given a dangerous climb, so it makes sense that you would fall apart under its weight. Instead, think about what would happen if you used this trouble to make progress toward your goals. Long-lasting resilience is made up of the bravery and persistence that keep your spirit going through hard times. Getting emotionally strong is a lot like shaping steel in fire. Think about the journey of a young business owner whose startup was about to fail because of the economy. Even though every setback, rejection, and failure hurt his heart, he kept going because he saw them all as lessons. This person not only made it through the experience, but he came out of it stronger, more flexible, and with a better idea of how to move forward. This story shows what mental resilience is all about: being able to deal with problems head-on and become stronger because of them. Mastering how you think about suffering is the first step toward being emotionally strong. Stoicism teaches us that things that happen or outcomes don't have any intrinsic good or badness. How we think about these things is what makes us feel and respond. Emotional resilience doesn't mean ignoring setbacks or ignoring pain. It means understanding that you have the power and knowledge to understand them in a way that helps you grow as a person and strengthens your inner strength. Take this advice to heart. See how strong you are and improve the story of your journey by taking control of your thoughts. Number 3, use the power of perception. Think about this. You're walking down a familiar road, a routine trail that you've been on many times before. All of a sudden your foot slips and you stumble. It's an unplanned moment of chaos in a normally well-planned day. But what if you could train yourself to see the step instead of the drop? In the same way, this is similar to what Epictetus said: men are not troubled by things, but by the view they have of things. This is where the power of vision comes in. Perception is like a window to the outside world. It helps us understand what we see. It's simple to forget that we can change how we see the world around us, especially when things are hard or unclear. When life throws you into rough seas, it doesn't always mean you're going to die. It could just mean you're being given a chance to learn how to swim. Like an experienced captain guiding a ship through a storm, direct your thoughts toward ideas that help you instead of ones that hurt you. For instance, if your work presentation didn't go as planned, don't see it as a loss. Instead, see it as a valuable lesson that makes you smarter and stronger for future tasks. This doesn't mean avoiding problems or skimming over mistakes. It means being aware of them without letting them define who you are or what you can do. To really get good at this art of vision, you need to be patient and practice a lot. Perception is like a muscle. The more you work on controlling it, the stronger it gets. As a habit, question bad points of view and replace them with ones that make you feel good. Over time, this process goes from being something you do once in a while to being an automatic part of your mind that helps you master your mind in a big way. There is wisdom in picking how to handle the falls and stumbles that happen in life. To get ahead, we can turn problems into opportunities by understanding and using our mental lens or power of perception. Stoics once said, "The real man is shown in hard times." When things go wrong, picture yourself as a wrestler who has been put with a rough young man by the logos, who acts as a trainer. Every mistake you make is an opportunity to learn something new and take control of your mind. Number 4, live by nature. Have you ever been in a situation that made you lose touch with your inner compass? An unexpected firing, the quick death of a loved one, or just being turned down for a job? Aristotle said, "Life is nothing but change. and change is nature's delight. This fits with the fourth lesson of our journey to master our minds. Live in harmony with nature. Uncertainty and change are necessary for life, but they don't have to be bad for peace. On the contrary, these sudden changes in the wind of fate give us chances to adapt and grow. When you don't know what will happen, don't freeze up in despair or let fear cloud your judgment. Instead, move forward with the understanding that change is a normal part of life. By matching ourselves with the ups and downs of nature, we can calmly handle life's rough currents. Do we curse the clouds if they let it rain on a sunny day, or make a storm happen in the middle of the night? We don't think so because we know that everything is nature and out of our control. This is how we should deal with life's rough waves. Accept them and change with strength. Accepting the flow of life and sailing with the waves of change can give you a peace and strength that you have never felt before. We don't have to change nature or life to fit our needs. Instead, we need to learn how to flow with it naturally and easily, without losing sight of who we are. Before we move on to number 5 on our list, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to never miss out any of our videos about Stoicism and the way you can master your life. Number 5. Be self-disciplined and think about your life's journey so far. You've probably come across distractions that made you want to go off track, like wanting to binge-watch your favorite show instead of studying for a test, or having one too many slices of that delicious cake while you're trying to stay on track with your diet. The nobility of their ambitions and the strength of their self-discipline was a thought that the great Stoic philosopher Seneca had. This is a beautiful reflection of another important lesson in mastering your mind. Practice self-discipline. To become self-masterful, we must first understand and admit how important self-discipline is for protecting our life goals. It's the shield that keeps us from losing our important time and energy to other things. It's like a skilled gardener who always takes care of a huge number of bright flower beds. It doesn't matter how pretty those rose bushes are. They'll take just as much care of their tulips and sunflowers. But how does one really get into this frame of mind? Pay close attention to times when temptations try to steer you wrong. When you see these things, don't look at them with a hard eye of judgment. Instead, see them as normal parts of life. When you know what distracts you from your path, it's easier to come up with ways to stop these distractions. Like a farmer who grows different flowers, you need to be able to see and deal with each distraction with unwavering determination. From avoiding the temptations we face in our daily lives, to building mental toughness for work, self-discipline is without a doubt one of the most important building blocks of mind mastery. When you feel like giving up or giving in to temptation is strong, remember Epictetus's wise words: no great thing is created suddenly. Practicing self-discipline is the same way. It's a journey that never ends and requires constant attention and effort. Number 6. Embrace the present. Have you ever watched a sunset but couldn't stop thinking about something you wish you had done differently, or something you are afraid will happen in the future? So much so that you don't notice how beautiful the moment is. Too often, people have the flaw of being physically here but thinking somewhere else. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Do not let the panorama of your life oppress you. Do not dwell on all the different problems that may have happened in the past or may happen in the future. Just think about the present and what can fix it." We should try to enjoy life as it happens, one precious moment at a time. Every breath we take and every feeling we have should bring us back to the present moment. Don't think about a finished chapter in the past or an empty chapter in the future. These thoughts take away from the power and beauty of living in and enjoying the present. Instead of dwelling on things that are out of your control, enjoy the present and apply your energy to making it better in the here and now. Time doesn't wait for anyone, and it always slips through our fingers, leaving us walking a thin line between our memories of the past and our hopes for the future. To find the real power of life, though, we have to realize that right now is all we have. Take time to enjoy every sunrise and every praise that comes your way. Enjoy every cup of coffee you drink and completely focus on every talk you have. Enjoy every single moment of the present. It's not enough to just accept what's happening right now. You have to actively immerse yourself in it. It's about enjoying every part of today without letting the clouds of yesterday or the unknowns of tomorrow dim its light. At the moment, it's about getting hungry. This very moment is where you can start mastering your mind, as Seneca says. So, Lucius, the whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Develop this attitude and be amazed at how it can change you as you work to become mentally strong. Number 7. Create or join a group that helps you grow. Picture a hiker climbing the highest cliff alone, with the forest in the background. The view from above might be beautiful, but the journey by yourself can be very quiet and, well, by yourself. Now, instead of that lone hiker, think of a group of travelers on the same trip. The experience seems a lot less scary now, doesn't it? It reminds me of the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, who said, "Mankind are made for each other, either to teach them better or bear with them." This is a very important lesson for controlling your mind. Communities are supportive places where people with similar interests and values can learn from each other. When you work together with people who share your goal of personal growth, each step you take toward your goals is stronger as a whole. In an uplifting group, people can teach and learn, be inspired and be motivated. Let's leave the world of metaphors for a moment and go on this trip. You see a chance to join a book club. Don't think twice, just do it. You'll satisfy your educational hunger and help other people do the same. You meet other people on this journey to mental power, and you decide to work together with them. As well as growing as a person, it's also about making the world a better place. Building or being a part of communities that support each other's growth is good for everyone. It helps you grow personally and also helps the group move forward. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Ultimately, you are empowering yourself while empowering others in their own mental mastery journey. As Seneca tells us, this shows that we can all make progress on this path we share. Let's think about the stern ideas we've talked about so far. Have you chosen one to pay attention to? Think about what we've talked about for a moment if you're not sure. One way to let us know you like the idea of embracing the present moment, which was talked about in Lesson 6, is to leave a message that says, "I will embrace the present moment." Also, don't forget about our 2-week challenge. It would be interesting to see what changes in your life happen when you adopt these Stoic ideas. Let us know how it went after 2 weeks and click here to watch 8 ways how kindness will ruin your life. See you there in a second. Be stoic. Stay stoic.